and the home of the brave.
And tipping us off here, a terrific performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Jazz out in Salt Lake City. And for Utah, relative to last season, their record at this point, not quite up to par. They're looking for answers, looking for improvement as the season continues. You look at former Defensive Player of the Year Rudy Gobert, Kenny. We talk about his size, but what else do you really like about his game?
He plays with an edge, Ernie. Plays with a lot of passion. And he has endurance for a big guy. A lot of big guys, and maybe with the exception of Shaq over here, they don't play both ends of the court for long periods of time.
And he's not content on just being a great defender, but a great rebounder. He really wants to help the team on the offensive end also.
That does it for us. Kevin Harlan with the call, and we will see you later. Au revoir.
Adios.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. D.A. will join us tonight on the sideline. D.A., it's all yours.
Well, Rudy Gobert is still awaiting his first All-Star appearance. His snub in 2019 raised eyebrows. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year averaged a career-high 15 points a game on a league-best 65% shooting from the field. And he missed a $1 million contract bonus due to that snub. Kevin, it's easy to see why he was emotional about it.
Yeah, D.A., very understandable. Thank you. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Bucks. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position.
And right now for the Bucks, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton teams up with Giannis, the lengthy wing pair. Ilyasova at the 4, with Lopez at the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard position. And for Utah, Mitchell and Bogdanovich, they're the wings. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. Clark, I'm assuming all the coaches in the NBA have put in their new plays by now, or am I wrong? Will they introduce some new things, new actions throughout the season?
Well, I tell you what, you talk about the coaches in the NBA, they all have PhDs in basketball, and they are always tinkering and making adjustments, Kevin.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Bledsoe passes to Giannis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanović.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
And here is Conley. Feeds it to Mitchell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D. Wade with how he plays.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Right nowadays, teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
Now Conley, following the three-point attempt by Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe against Conley. To the middle. Here's Ingles. Here's Gobert. Now the pass to Ingles over Ilyasova. Ingles can't get it to go. Here's Milwaukee now. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
Now here's Conley. A 24-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
And boy, did he have it going offensively. He lived at the line during that game as well, and that's where he got a lot of those points.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Michael Conley making his last shot. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 5 now.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. A three-pointer, no good.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. For Utah, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Pass to Gobert. Over Giannis. Gobert. The shot off that time. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. The shot by Middleton, wide open from outside, off the mark. And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. Whoa, what a finish!
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, the Bucks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Bledsoe passes to Middleton. Back to Bledsoe. 4 on the clock. Three-pointer. And Middleton, the basket on the assist from Eric Bledsoe.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
Now, here's Ingles. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Mitchell's shot is good.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Bledsoe with it. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Great D that time from Middleton.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Ed Davis has checked in for the Jazz. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Here's the 3. Rebound, Utah. Now, here's Mitchell. 23 points for him the last game against Philadelphia.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Nice watching Antetokounmpo fire with confidence from downtown. A part of the game Giannis is still fleshing out.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. Here's Davis. It's hauled in by Ilyasova. Milwaukee leading by 3. And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game. Mitchell against Middleton. Mitchell dishes to Davis. 6 on the shot clock, and Lopez with the block.
You know, the offense is sputtering a bit here, starting to fall behind.
Yeah, it's been a cold start, no doubt, but they've got to find a way to put some points on the board.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Clippers.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
And it's Mitchell missing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Up again. Davis on the follow.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Conley. Davis. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Green, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Royce O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Matthews comes in for Ilyasova. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Mudiay finds Davis. And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. Here's Mudiay, the dish to Davis. The shot will not fall. Good D by Lopez.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And Korver, a team-first guy. When one of his guys is open, he wastes no time in delivering the pass.
Mudiay looking around. Antetokounmpo against Green. He kicks it to Mudiay. 6 to shoot.
And you know what, call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Greg, bottom line is they're ahead on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Matthews passes to Antetokounmpo. Over Green. The shot, no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, they looked distracted, far off, distant. I mean, it seemed like their heart wasn't in it to try to win that game.
And the call will be against Emmanuel Mudiay. That's his first foul. Here's Giannis. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Jeff Green picks one up.
And quite honestly, guys, Antetokounmpo, get that name right, folks. He's one of the most unique, talented players in the league. I mean, long arms, which really create a lot of problems for the defenders, whether he's passing or shooting.
And Clark with Giannis, you could see the change in his demeanor last year. You know, he knew he was unguardable when he was on the floor.
Well, guys, you know you're special when you can say nobody can stop me, and the general consensus is you're right. I mean, I can't think of any player in the NBA that's really suited to guard Giannis with his blend of speed and strength and ball skills. That guy handles the ball exceptionally well for a big man.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
No good on that one.
Well, you know, what a season for the Bucks last year. Best record in the East, best record overall in the league. The team cruised during the regular season to win 60 games.
And the second free throw, good. Hey, Clark, those 60 wins for the Bucks, the most since 1980.
You know, start to finish, this team was a force. Had a great approach on both ends of the floor. Fun to watch. No glaring weaknesses in the game plan that works for them. Future's bright there.
Now, here's Exum. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia.
All right, a chance to check out stats here for George Hill. Some last season stats for him. He was around 7 points per, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
First one falls for him. Clark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams. But, you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard and is extremely valuable in that Warriors attack. Those two guys are a little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point.
Outstanding activity in the pick and roll by Lopez, using that impressive mobility to create space for himself.
Now here's Mudiay. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
The Jazz shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And that one misses. Second free throw, no good.
Well, you know, the Bucks can be a real force on defense. We're the top-rated defense last season in the league, and #1 in rebounding and challenging shooters as well.
Nice move. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Clark, the length and size of the Bucks, a big part of their defensive success.
Well, I agree. I mean, versatile defenders across the board for the Bucks. They can handle switches and pick and rolls comfortably. Makes for a very strong defensive force no matter who's on the floor for this team.
Now here's Exum. And Davis now top of the key. Passes to Moutier. Over Hill. That one a little long. Bucks leading by 5. To the paint. Here's Matthews. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Exum after Wesley Matthews' score. He gets that one.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Hill passes to Korth. Matthews against O'Neal. Back to Lopez. Clock at 6. Connaughton kicks to Korver for 3. Hill. Offensive rebound. Another shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Ed Davis.
And the fun-loving personality Lopez has makes him a likable teammate. It's clear that they love playing with him. Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Yeah, that's a big reason they're trailing. You can't allow a parade to the free throw line and expect to be on top in the game. Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
For Utah, they have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. And he makes the first. Exum hits them both. 27 seconds left to play in the first. Outside Korver. 16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The kick out to Lopez. And the Bucks miss again. Here's Moutier. Here's O'Neal. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this. Mike Conley, one of the best players never to play in an All-Star game, and he says he's tired of the underrated label.
The underrated Mike Conley thing has been out the window for me for a while, and it's gotten a little frustrating because I felt like I've been deserving of it over the years, but it's so hard to crack that spot in the Western Conference, and I'm going to keep working, and hopefully this will be the year.
And as he said, in the West, so many great guards.
And he's been a part of some winning teams, certainly has been in the conversation. He'll just have to be content with that max contract.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Utah, Davis is out there with Green. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. Then it's Moutier, and it's Exum in at the 2. It's good. Hill's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Man, you got to love how precise Hill is and proficient he is with the floaters. Makes them nearly impossible to block with how fast he gets them off.
Now, here's Exum. Green, the pass to Moutier. And it's Green, missing. Milwaukee leading by 6. Here's Connaughton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decades.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Jazz making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Brook Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. Good on both. And the Jazz with possession here. 8-point game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Bucks. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Here's Exum after the basket by Milwaukee. Pass to Moutier. Rebounded by the Bucks.
He's been an absolute non-factor. Zero factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Matthews dishes to Lopez. Hill working it over. There's the pass to Lopez. 6 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. Poked loose.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
From 13, the Jazz with another miss.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Down low. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Clark, many fans thought Brook Lopez might have lost it after his stint with Los Angeles, but you know, he was reborn after joining the Bucks.
Yeah, sometimes a fresh start re-energizes you and helps you change your game. This guy was, though, a 20-point scorer a night in the past, so he can put it in the basket. He didn't get those kind of numbers with the Bucks, but really was exactly what they needed as a big guy who could shoot the three and also be a rim protector inside.
Now here's Conley to stop the drought. Stolen by Bledsoe. Here's Middleton. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists tonight. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
You know, while Eric Bledsoe isn't a 20-point per game scorer like he was in Phoenix, you could argue that he's a more effective player since coming to Milwaukee. His efficiency is at a career high level.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Mike Conley. Coming off a terrific season. Last season put up about 21 points a game, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
And for Bledsoe and the Bucks, he's been a great fit, Clark, as a third option on the team.
Yeah, I agree, guys, because it really comes down to recognizing the right spot and right role for you with your team. And Bledsoe himself recognizes that. He says he's the happiest he's ever been since coming to Milwaukee.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. The first one falls.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovic, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds, but that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant you pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
And so it's Milwaukee now. After the basket by Utah. Knocks it loose. Gobert with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And here they go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Chris Middleton.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Jazz have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game. That one is off. Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And he sinks the second. Now Bledsoe. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kicks it to Middleton. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
Now, here's Mitchell. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Bledsoe, and the jam by Bledsoe.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Conley. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
And Greg, you talk to Conley, he'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
They get it again. The kick out to Lopez. Lets it go from deep. Ingles with the rebound. Ingles has got 5 rebounds tonight. Elbow shot is on the way. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. Gobert against Lopez. Back to Giannis. From downtown. Here's Middleton. Gobert with the block. Pass to Ingles. Right side, Conley. Lays it up off the glass. Conley's got it back down to single digits for the Jazz.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Here's Bledsoe. Michael Conley making his last shot.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Ingles, that's for 2. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The shot's good. Bledsoe's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, I think it's critical that Bledsoe shoots with confidence off the catch. I mean, I like that mentality.
Conley finds Mitchell. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And here's Middleton. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Bledsoe for 3. That doesn't go either for Bledsoe.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot. No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
O'Neal's checked in for Bogdanovich. The kick out to Lopez. Passes it to Middleton. Bledsoe for three. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to Conley. To the inside. From 8. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Rudy Gobert.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Bledsoe with it. The pass to Lopez. He kicks it to Middleton. Giannis outside. Pass to Lopez. Shot clock at 6. No good with the triple.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Ingles, and again it's Utah. Milwaukee leading by 4. Bledsoe passes to Middleton. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
And Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, showing again how committed he is when he takes that ball inside off the drive.
Enzo Conley will bring the ball up for the Jazz. Pass to Gobert. Dishes it to Mitchell. The 3. They grab their own miss. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Here's Antetokounmpo after the basket by Utah. The wide open look here for Lopez. And the 3 off target.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Middleton can't get it to go.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort. You know, in just his first season with Milwaukee, a huge success for Coach Budenholzer. I mean, came in and led the team to the top seed in the East, gave the franchise a huge boost, and I think they found their leader for the next several years.
And let's take a look at Joe Ingles. Here are his numbers. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 12 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
First one falls for him. Clark for the Bucks. The players said Budenholzer instilled a sense of confidence in the team.
And you know what? Sometimes you have a coaching change, and that injection of a different type of approach and a change in culture can make a big difference. Coach Budenholzer has always shown the ability to get the most out of his roster and shows you what a difference a coach can make.
so he gets them both.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now here's Korver. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Lopez. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
A guy that doesn't give up on the glass. Lopez, a real force at rebounding the ball.
Moutier against Hill. Now here's Moutier. Out to the wing. Tries a 3, and the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut to just 1 in the basket from Exum. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now here is Hill. 8 points his last outing. Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. And that one hits back iron.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Exum's shot is off. And for Milwaukee, their shooting in the second quarter has been pretty iffy, down 32%. Korver finds Hill. Lopez with the ball. And Davis pulls it down. Utah's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The feed to O'Neal. It's thrown by to Tacumbo. 6-second difference between shot and gameplay. Here's the floater. And Hill finishes inside. Hill's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, you know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
Here's Moutier. No points in the game yet for him. The pass to Exum. Puts one up from 19. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 3 assists now in this one. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Milwaukee on top, up 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 13 points, 3 assists, and also 3 steals. Tonight isn't an exception as looking back at his last few games, he's been stringing together some incredible performances. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. And so far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. Second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they own the offensive boards.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Bledsoe and Middleton, the tandem in the backcourt. Giannis and Ilyasova make up the forwards. And it's Lopez in its center.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Here's Gobert. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Pass to Bogdanovic for the tie. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. Bucks leading by 3.
Well, you know, last season, injuries thrust Bojan Bogdanovic into a primary offensive role, and he responded well. Had a career high in scoring and also career best from the field and beyond the arc.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his third foul of the game. Mitchell finds Gobert. Count it. Gobert's got 6 points. And you can see the confidence, Clark, for Bogdanovic.
Well, he's thriving as he enters his prime. Opportunity is a big part of it. And, you know, they want him to be aggressive offensively, and they give him room to do just that.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Antetokounmpo, no good. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Nice look there from Bogdanovic, the shooter keeping an eye peeled and open for the open man.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Lopez outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And the basket by Ingles. And now it's a 3-point Jazz lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Milwaukee with the ball. Following the bucket by the Jazz.
Man, he's got it going now. And when he's in this kind of a zone, I think the D's happy to just get out of Antetokounmpo's way.
Passes it to Ingles. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Over Middleton. Gobert trying to get open, and it's Mitchell missing.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
And it's Conley penetrating, and it's sent back by Lopez. Here's Ingles. That one misses. Now the Bucks take it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. It's off to Oklahoma City for them after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
And it's Bogdanovic in the corner. Here's Gobert. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovic. 8 points for Rudy Gobert. Conley against Bledsoe. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Ingles. Antetokounmpo again. Giannis has got 10 points in just the second half. Jazz trail by 3. Outside Conley. Here's Mitchell. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 14 rebounds. Giannis against Ingles. And there's the pass to Ilyasova. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Tipped away. On the wing, Ingles. Covered by Giannis. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. And that'll be his third foul so far. Green, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. The Bucks also with the sub. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Pass to Connaughton. Conley against Bledsoe. Looking to get it going. A second chance effort. And it's Mike Conley with the rebound.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Middleton with it. Now defended by Gobert. Bucks passing it around. And Giannis throws it down.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
Conley surveying the D. Passes to Green. Over Giannis. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just one on the bucket from Green.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Bucks. Pass to Connaughton. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
You know, when Bledsoe is dishing it like this, it makes everybody better. I want to keep seeing him do just this.
Jazz have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Bledsoe against Conley. Gobert the pass to Green. It's Bogdanovich on the wing for the tie. They get it back. And Gobert kicks to Green. Mitchell against Middleton. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down. Now Conley. He's got 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
He feeds it to Mitchell. Stolen by Middleton. Oh, here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. And the dunk by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo is really an absolute terror in the open floor. I mean, love seeing a guy his size run the floor the way he does. Wow, impressive.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Bledsoe, and the layup's good off the glass. Bledsoe's got 6 points.
Boy, I think they've lost their intensity. I mean, the defensive pressure is lacking this half.
And here is Conley. Gobert with it. Bogdanovich looking around. Here's Green to the paint. Pocket 4. Here's Gobert. Tries yet again. Green, no luck.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Utah calls timeout.
Well, the evolution of Brook Lopez continues as he is now a premier stretch 5. His three-point shot continues to get better and now a huge part of his arsenal.
For the Jazz, Davis is checked in for Rudy Gobert. Exum comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Matthews comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And Lopez bold enough to give himself a nickname.
Yeah, well, what was it? Splash Mountain or something like that? I guess he's earned it with the work he's put in on his outside shooting. More and more centers these days shooting the 3-ball.
And he comes up with the deuce. 33 points for Giannis.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now the pass to Davis. Kicks to Bogdanovich. Pass to Mudiay. Tries it from 19, and he gets the jumper to drop.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Giannis. 33 points for him. And Davis sends it back. They get it back. Here's Hill. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Third is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
You know, you look at Bogdanovich, and this guy is really outstanding at taking high percentage shots, and he's got what I call a natural scoring ability and mentality.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Korver's checked in. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. Milwaukee leading by 4. Giannis kicks to Hill on the wing. Korver. A rebound by the Jazz. Davis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Moutier. Good D by Lopez.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Hill passes to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've led by as many as 14 points. On the wing, Hill. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bucks?
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets, and there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
And Hill no good on that one.
Tell you what, George Hill is one of my favorite players to watch. A veteran point guard. He's bounced around a bit the last few seasons, but he gives you leadership, toughness, a cool demeanor, and he's one of the smartest players I've ever been around. Brings value to every team that he plays on. Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
1:33 left to play in the third. Here's Moutier. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Hill. And with Hill, as you said, Clark, he's a perfect fit as a second-unit leader.
Yeah, I love the fact that George Hill really gives you everything you need in the backcourt. He's an excellent defender, makes really good decisions, can score the ball when you need him to. He's ideal to come off the bench because he packed a lot of production into short playing stints.
The first free throw is good.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
And the Jazz making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Both free throws good from Moutier.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Matthews with the rebound. Antetokounmpo dishes to Korver. 1:05 left in the third. Here's Antetokounmpo.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Now here's Moutier. Outside, Bogdanovich passes it to Gobert. The Jazz working the ball around now, and it's sent back by Lopez. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Can't hit the free throw line jump. Jazz trail by 9.
Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
That's the way to go. Be quick about it.
And the rebound goes to Lopez. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And Matthews gets it to go.
Nice display of speed by Matthews there. I mean, he loves knifing through the defense and getting to the rack.
Gobert can't hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Over to the left wing. Lopez. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 6th assist on the night. A 3 off the inbound, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Milwaukee looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Right back after this break. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Relax. We're in good shape. Keep looking for each other. Keep cutting hard. Everybody look. Take care of our defense. More pressure. More activity.
That's Coach Mike Budenholzer running through the gambit of areas where he feels they need to excel.
Yeah, I mean, and most of all, Coach is asking them to be 100% engaged. Give it your all, and then let the chips fall where they may.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Moutier. Davis is out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Exum, and it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group right now for Utah. Now here is Hill. It's Matthews on the wing. Takes the 3. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Inside, here's Davis, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Milwaukee leading by 10. Now here is Hill. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up.
Hill's experience on display there, doing a nice job handling the physical contact and drawing the foul.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
And he knocks down the first one. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
Now here's Gobert. Knocked away. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Monday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Tuesday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Now here's Matthews. 6 on the shot clock. Lopez kicks to Hill. Shoots over Exum, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And the shot goes down.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here is Hill. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players and switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
He's off on the first.
You know, the former late first-round pick Hill has really developed into a reliable shooter and wing defender. He's got good speed, gets to the rim with ease, and passes the ball well, too.
Mitchell, he's checked in for the Jazz. Conley now comes in for Emmanuel Mudiay. And he's good on the second.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Now here is Conley. Mitchell left side. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Mitchell's got it back down to within single digits for the Jazz. Here's Hill. Pass to Ilyasova. Outside Matthews. The pass to Corp. Over Ingles. And again, the Bucks miss. The Jazz have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Mitchell passes to Conley. Utah the rebound.
And the offensive rebounding really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
Now here is Hill. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Poked loose. And Ilyasova throws it down.
Boy, impressive intensity displayed by Ilyasova. He's a real Energizer Bunny type of guy who can sky up really fast and finish at the rim with a lot of force.
Good on the bucket. 8 points for Conley.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for George Hill. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Fellow Buckeye Mike Conley, one of the outstanding point guards in the league. His defensive prowess, superb. He's not afraid to go after steals, and he usually gets his share.
Here's Bledsoe. Michael Conley making his last shot. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. Stolen by Conley. Mitchell against Middleton. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Mike Conley. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 14 points. And Lopez has it in the corner. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And it's Conley penetrating. Davis kicks to Mitchell. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
That free throw, no good.
And last year, Chris Middleton, not quite as dead-eye as he has been in the past. Still a solid shooter from all ranges.
Bogdanovich is checked in for the Jazz. He hits the second from the line. And for Middleton, Greg, you don't need all the volume out there from him. You just need the efficiency.
And Middleton has always been an efficient player. Great to have on a team as a second or third option.
And it's Mitchell missing.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
But they recover it. Connaughton kicks to Lopez. To the middle. Here's Ilyasova. Gobert with the block. Now Conley. Pass to Ingles. Over Lopez. Lopez with the block.
Great timing on Lopez's part there to swat down that attempt.
Fires from deep. Rebound, Utah.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He misses the free throw.
Boy, you look at Mike Conley. He's been around a long time, folks. Double-digit years. Does a little bit of everything out there. And outstanding, not only in the locker room, but also in the community, too. Just 5-star in every way.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And he sinks the second. Bucks leading by 5. Bledsoe outside. Moves back up, and it's blocked by Conley. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. Great D that time from Middleton.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
Free throw drops for Ingles. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 14 points. Gobert against Lopez. No good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Now here's Bledsoe. Lopez outside. Floats one. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got 6 rebounds in the game. Mitchell wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. And that's 19 points for Donovan Mitchell. Antetokounmpo against Bogdanovich. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. A three-pointer is right on target. Lopez has got 6 here in this quarter.
A nice job from Lopez to catch and shoot in a fluid motion. And for a guy as big as he is, that's really impressive.
Pass to Mitchell. Back to Conley. Pass to Ingles. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. In the corner, Middleton with it. That 3 off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And it's Conley penetrating. Good on the shot. Conley's got the game tied up here for the Jazz.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Giannis. He dishes it to Ilyasova. Middleton for 3. Gobert pulls it in.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Conley finds Mitchell. And no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Here's Bledsoe. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's Mitchell missing. Bogdanovich against Antetokounmpo for 3. Middleton. Rebound, Utah. Bogdanovich has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Rudy Gobert.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
So it's the Bucks now, trailing by 2, tipped away. On the wing, Ingles, defended by Ilyasova, and it's blocked.
Boy, the defensive chops of Ilyasova really coming into play here. I mean, quite surprising, actually impressive at how good he is at timing those shot blocks.
And the Jazz call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Here's Conley, scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Yeah, nothing too fancy, just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Bucks trail by 4. There's the pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Bogdanovich, and it's Giannis missing.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Ingles dishes to Bogdanovich. Back to Ingles. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Off target from three-point range.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The kick out to Ilyasova to end the cold streak, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Ilyasova's got 4 this quarter.
Hey, whenever things are tight in the ball game, Ilyasova steps up and wants the ball in his hand.
Conley for 3. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D there from Bledsoe. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Bledsoe. Ingles with the rebound. Ingles has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Feeds it to Davis. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Works that one inside nicely.
Bucks trail by 4. Right side, Antetokounmpo. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
Ingles can't get it to go. The Bucks shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. They get it back. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich. Throw good. Giannis.
And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
And here's Conley outside. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Middleton outside to take the lead. No good. The Jazz go the other way with it. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. And here is Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Conley for 3. That shot is off. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They trail by 1. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And this is it, guys. Down 1. They've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
Giannis outside. And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum, congrats on the win. And it was a great outing for you personally.
Yeah, like we said, we tried to come out and push the tempo, and we did that tonight. And I think we took a step in defense tonight. So, yeah, we just go from there.
All came together for a great win. Thanks, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.